Welcome everyone to the Honest Review. In case you haven't noticed, there's been some pretty big changes in the monitor realm of tech here as of late, and now there's just a gang of these 27-inch Nano IPS panels. What's with the Nano? Well, it goes like this. LG originally designed the Nano IPS panel and they launched it in their Ultra Gear release that just happened recently, but they made the tech public so all these other companies can buy these panels and also have them built to different specifications and then put them in their own custom monitor layouts. Gigabyte, BenQ, Acer, Asus, Alienware, everybody is hopping on these new Nano IPS panels, and there's a couple different variations out. There's the 240Hz 1080p version, and then there's the 144Hz 1440p version, and they are sick. We already reviewed the 240Hz 1080p version of this monitor from the ViewSonic Elite lineup, and now we're finally getting around to checking out the 1440p model. By the way, these reviews are unsponsored and unbiased. My opinions remain my own. I make absolutely no money off of any of your purchases. Like and subscribe so I know it's real. So this is the ViewSonic XG270QG. It is the 1440p, 1 millisecond, 144Hz model, but it can boost clock up to 165Hz, but we'll touch back on that later. This does have the true NVIDIA chip module built in. So yes, it is G-Sync native. This chip isn't built into the 1080p 240Hz version of this monitor. Yeah, the 1080p version is only software-based G-Sync compatible. 98% DCI-P3 color coverage and 10-bit color depth, but it's really 8-bit plus FRC, so it's not true 10-bit. But all around, the colors are still pretty good. Deep blacks are present with good contrast. Bright, vibrant colors really pop. Pretty much smashes TN panels all day long. Software has some decent features for quality of life and some FPS features as well, like the built-in crosshair selection with different colors and styles. The menu is easy to navigate and has a programmable quick access button. Finally, and most importantly, what is the 1440p 1 millisecond IPS experience like? Because that's actually what's most important here. Previously, you didn't have IPS panels that had 1 millisecond pixel response times. So this new claim that has come across all these people who are now using these 1 millisecond Nano IPS panels is that they're as fast as TN, pretty much, that they could be competition level. And I'm here to tell you that they're sick. We did have to run a big boy graphics card to get the smooth frame transitions at high frame rates, and overall, I'd say it's an immersion effect. There's so much more detail and depth to the clarity on screen, obviously, because it's an IPS panel. Even on fast-paced shooters with quality levels lowered, the 1440p resolution really changes the way you intake the game. Spotting enemies in dark areas is a breeze, and overall color saturation and brightness makes for a real treat. Whether or not you're gaming, watching videos, or conducting your own video and photo production, this monitor will get the job done. Now, to kick off my list of pros for this monitor, I have to start on the stand. You could not ask for a more minimal look with all the functionality. Flip out headphone holder, dual mouse bungees built into the base, plenty of input and connection options in the back, carrying handle built into the top, cable pass-through in the back, the side wings, which are there to prevent distractions and keep your focus on screen. This is more geared towards competitive level gameplay. RGB ring in the back and a light strip underneath. This can be controlled on the built-in software or with your motherboard's compatible software, if your motherboard has compatible software. To be blunt, using IPS panels that are rocking a high refresh rate on a really low pixel response time is killer. It's really hard to beat. So going into some of the cons for this monitor, first off would have to be going from the 144Hz mode into the 165Hz overclock mode. It's just not the same level of smoothness as far as during fast-paced gameplay. You get a little bit more motion blur. It's not the same level of clarity if you were to just leave it on the 144Hz mode. That's just my personal opinion. I'm used to playing on 240Hz, and I could tell a difference in the clarity during really fast motion between the 144Hz and the 165Hz overclock mode. Also, the price of this monitor is somewhat debatable. Yes, I know, it's packed with like everything you could possibly possibly need. It is a great one-stop shop for sure, but it comes in at about 600 bucks. Now, most of this monitor's competition comes in at the $450 to the $525 ballpark, and they lack typically the same functionality that's built into the stand. So most of the competition does not have that native G-Sync chip built in. That's one of the biggest differences. And yes, that native chip will always outperform the software-based G-Sync. That is true, it will perform better. But if you're getting 144 FPS and you're playing competitive, fast-paced games, you might as well turn that G-Sync off because it does add a little bit of input lag. That's just my personal recommendation to you if you're looking at being in the competitive realm of gaming. So back to the price and why I think it's debatable is I could go out and pick up a $450 or a $500 monitor that's pretty much rocking the exact same panel that's built into this ViewSonic Elite, and then I could slap it on a monitor arm. Maybe I already have one, or I could just buy a cheap one. I could calibrate it, get it all set up, and I would be good to go. It wouldn't have all the features and the software benefits and the 165 Hz overclock. I can't guarantee that all the versions of this panel that are out have that, but I would get pretty much the same experience and performance that this panel gives for a cheaper price. And then there always is that other side of the coin when we're considering the price of this monitor. The ViewSonic Elite is intentionally built to out-spec and outperform its competition in almost every aspect. The stock calibration and the presets on the monitor are good. The stand is great. It's just packed full of features all the way around, and it's got the true NVIDIA native G-Sync that's built right in. And I feel confident saying that you're not going to find everything that's built into this monitor in any of its competitors. It's just no other competitor has this whole package ready to go, easy, one-stop shop, and you're set. And that is the reason why on everybody's reviews for this ViewSonic Elite, the title is pretty much going to be the best or ultimate 1440p 1 millisecond IPS gaming monitor. It's that good. Now, if you're a major tech guru and you want all the stats and the specs and the test results from trusted benchmarking websites and the manufacturer themselves, I'll have all of that linked in the description below. Now, I do have a bunch of Odin gaming mouse pads to give away to you guys. We're going to be doing this on our Twitch and on our Instagram. This will all be linked in the description below. So if you enjoyed this no nonsense, no BS review of the ViewSonic Elite, please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the content. It is greatly appreciated. Notification squad, you guys freaking rock. I look forward to seeing you all in the next one. Peace.